Unlike those who fight for things like survival or glory, orcs fight for nothing but the thrill of battle itself. Their mannerisms may seem brutish and almost comical, but underestimate these warriors at your own peril, as orcs possess a deadly cunning, which has undone some of the galaxy's greatest generals. Possessing terrifying strength, uncountable numbers, and an uncanny ability to jerry-rig useless scrap into deadly weapons, the orcs are an unstoppable, untiring force that moves from star to star in search of new worlds to conquer and new enemies to fight. Today we will be looking at the orcs! Orcs, orcs,
orcs, orcs, orcs. I feel like they're like one giant, really violent football team.
Literally, yes.
I liked them already.
We're gonna get every single one correct because we already know them.
Oh yeah, we're in it, man.
Yeah. We're going to have our buddies here, Seth and Brady here, guess the closest they can to the lore and function of their miniatures that we're going to be showing off today. You boys ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
So our first one is quite simple.
Oh, they're so cool.
They're cute. They all have different weapons.
You know what they were? They all look like little Bowsers.
These are normal infantry, like usual. All of them have close range weapons, so they go in, that sort of stuff. Like this guy has like a blunderbuss looking thing.
Yeah, that's like a sawed-off shotgun. Just good morning.
Yeah, some SMGs, you know, melee weapons. So I feel like these guys are close quarters. They also have like, you know, like spiky bits on their back and shoulders, so like for ramming into things. So I definitely see them being the close quarters type.
So on the first one, I'm glad Brady didn't notice this, but on the first one, they each have white shoulder pauldron things. All of them have the same shoulder pauldron, and it looks like almost like a bang or something like that, or like a tooth. I don't know. It's like white, and then maybe that's either like a bronzish color or like a blood, like an old blood color. I think what we're looking at are different clans. Like, I think that these guys, the first guys, the guys with the white on the shoulder, in terms of their function, I think you're pretty close.
The second kind, they obviously have what I see as a distinct leader. Maybe this is more of a specialized group where they have missions where more organization is required.
Some of these guys have a much like a darker shoulder pauldron and an overall like darker look. These second guys may be more stealthy.
Point to Seth on this one.
Yes!
These are not stealthy boys. Sorry, Brady. Brady's the one that got it.
Brady got it. Oh, because I said they were stealthy boys.
These are orc boys and beast snagga boys. Boys is spelled with a Z at the end. Orc boys make up the bulk of any orcish army.
Okay.
While they may seem like disposable grunts, each orc possesses enough strength to rip a human apart like tissue paper.
Ooh,
and can best even the Adeptus Astartes in single combat. While orcs can hail from a diverse number of tribes and clans, the beast snaggas of the Snakebite clan stand out as consummate monster hunters. Those who believe they can foil orcs with superior machinery or monstrous war beasts may find themselves mistaken, as they are the beast snagga's favorite prey.
That makes a lot of sense.
Beast snaggas.
Honestly, that, now that I look at it, looks just like a skull.
Yep. That's like the spine of a big monster.
Next up, we've got these lads.
Ooh,
there we go.
Yeah. Hell yeah. These are like fat velociraptor pigs.
Have you heard of squonks?
Squonks?
Yeah.
No?
They remind me of squonk. Okay, so I see that these first ones got the beasts.
Yep.
But they also like have some mechanical contraptions on them as well. So I have a feeling they not only like hunt the beasts, but also like tame them. Have you seen How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah.
This is like the How to Train Your Dragon of orcs. So, and then this biker, they're bikers, you know? They I don't know.
Yeah.
They're on bikes. Like
they're on bikes.
What do you expect me to pull from this? Like, this guy has a nice claw. They're all wearing helmets, thank God.
Yeah, there's not a lot there to get creative with, I suppose. I just have a feeling that part of the process of becoming a hogs guy is you have to like beat the hog into submission.
Yeah.
The Warbiker, these are like mechanical, light assault vehicle kind of guys. I don't know, I feel like the Warbiker is like biker gangs, like they're super tight. all of them together.
This point actually does go to Seth for real this time.
Hey!
These are Squighog boys and a warbike mob. Orcs love nothing more than going fast, and there are as many ways for an orc to sate his need for speed as there are stars in the sky. The more reliable method of transport, or at least the one least likely to explode, is the Squighog and warbike. The Squighog is a larger version of a squig, a predatory fungal beast used by orcs as beasts of burden and livestock. While most squigs grow no larger than a football, some grow in direct proportion to what or who they eat. These creatures are usually upgraded with slapdash bionics in order to increase their speed or killiness to their rider's liking. Warbikes are popular among orcs who'd rather not muck about with such temperamental beasts and prefer something faster, hardier, and noisier.
So they're like the equivalent of like the biker who wears the grill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the diamond grill and like has all the bling on him and lots of rings and stuff.
Next up, we got these lads and their boss.
Whoa!
These guys are awesome.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Okay, so these dudes are... Ooh, this is tough.
Yeah.
I think they have jetpacks and they specialize in like explosive ordnance. Like they blow shit up. I think these guys make stuff go boom.
Okay.
And then this dude, this dude's like a captain of some kind. Oh, he's got like a mechanical leg. Exactly. This has wings on it. His has like actual wings with missiles. So yeah, they're all jetpacks.
My turn to actually get it right.
Ooh, Brady, throw some shit.
Okay, I think that these will board enemy ships, take it apart, and use it for their own improvised jetpacks and weapons and armor and that sort of stuff. And then this is the leader of them. It just all seems somewhat improvised, and I see them as almost like scavengers.
To be fair, improvised attack is the orcs' whole deal.
That's true.
Cool.
That's true. But I'm gonna stick with the fact that almost like pirates.
Gonna give this one to Brady. Brady got it.
Dang it!
Brady actually got really close with this one.
Really?
Yeah. These are the Stormboyz and boss Zagstruck. There are some younger orcs who would rebel against the chaotic anarchy of orcish society. These rebellious adolescent orcs find the best way to defy anarchy is to live lives of strict regimented order, such as the life of the Stormboy. Stormboyz follow strict chains of command, regularly practice combat drills, construct and fly aircrafts in tight formation, and even employ rigid military tactics. The most famous of the Stormboyz is boss Zagstruck, head of the Vulture Squad and bomber pilot extraordinaire. His strict tactics and the ordered lives of his squad are often disparaged by older orcs, who lament the decline of orcish society.
I think that's hilarious. Like, you're introducing order and regimen into our society.
What are you doing?
You kids are part of the problem.
The reason I give the point to Brady is because they're actually very closely associated with what are called the Blood Axe clan. And the Blood Axes are basically orcs that hang out with humans and do a lot of work in space. And one of the other tribes within the Blood Axes are called the Freebooters. And Freebooters are basically orc pirates.
There we go.
Oh, awesome.
A win by association.
All right.
We got 3 boys tonight.
Oh, boy. Oh, cool.
Okay.
The mech.
Definitely more mechanic space. This is like the repairman for the big mechs. And basically, if he had a job, it's like upkeep.
This is like the NASCAR pit team of the orcs. If orcish society is all about like scavenging and like improvised tech, then I think that the orc mech is the most instrumental orc in that sort of process. I think these guys are super important. I think they hold like a respected place in orc society and in orc warbands.
I feel like these are probably bigger orcs. We have the small
looks
one
like
right
a normal
here.
sized,
And if we look at the head on one of these guys, huge.
I think that these guys are combatants, but one of the things that I also think that these dudes are responsible for, the big ones, is I think they're responsible for destroying enemy technology. I think they're like anti-tech to other people because they've got like saw blades and like pinchers. I think that they're like their job is to like rip other technology apart in a way. And I also think these guys, I mean, definitely these orcs look bigger. They look like some form of like genetically and mechanically enhanced creatures.
He has like the eye thing for like lock on. This guy definitely has his own name. And then down here, I can't tell if something's coming out of the other arm. It looks almost like he has a portal. I think it's a portal where like snakes come out of or something. And
a portal where snakes come out.
Shock attack gun. That's the name of this. I can see the name, so I'm cheating. But yeah, I think that this is like I think that this particular thing, it does shoot electricity, but I think one of its chief things is that it overloads enemy technology and like short circuits it and shuts it down so that the other guys can come in, rip it apart, and then repurpose it to the orcs' needs.
Once again, Brady takes the point.
Brady?
This is my game to win.
Damn it!
Orcish technology has confounded scholars for millennia. By all accounts, it just should not work.
Yep.
And yet, Mekboyz ensure that it does. Whether this is due to information stored in their genetic code, some kind of instinctual knowledge, or the product of an orc's passive psychic ability to manifest belief, none can say. What they can say is that orcish technology is always flashy, loud, and extremely dangerous. Power armor-clad big mechs will often use a weapon called a teleporta blaster to create a bubble of warp space which transport targets a short distance, usually inside a wall or several miles in the air.
What?
I love that.
While the shock attack gun sucks up hapless goblins in a vacuum tube before flinging them through the warp into an enemy's midst, where the goblin usually explodes in a violent blast of psychoreactic goop.
Oh my god,
that's so cool.
Awesome. I mean, poor goblin, but awesome. So their job is just to be ammunition for this thing?
Oh yeah, goblins have it the worst. You see that little guy in the big mech thing? He's a goblin. He's just a tech assistant. He's one of the lucky ones.
They literally shoot each other out of projectiles. That's magic.
Great.
The magic of Warhammer.
Let's look at this lad.
Oh, wow. We got the orc and we have the goblin, I assume.
They're also called Gretchens.
Well, that just sounds like a word I shouldn't be saying. This is a named character, obviously. He's lost his arm, but it looks like he is able to swap out his arm, and that's what the little Gretchen is for, like a knight and his squire sort of thing.
I might be going way out of bounds here, but risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
I think he's a doctor of some kind.
Oh!
So first of all, he's got like the little guy's got like a mask with blood on it.
Yeah.
It also looks like this guy's like loincloth has blood under the bottom, but it also looks like there's like a saw and like a meat cleaver there, and like his like all of his accoutrement. Obviously, I agree with Brady. I think he can like swap out his like mechanical arm, but I think he's some form of like sawbones or something.
You're right.
And his little buddy's got like a drill bit. So it's either he's like a doctor, and like along with that, you had mentioned earlier that the currency of the Orc Society is teeth. And this little guy looks like a dental assistant. He's got like the thing and the drill bit. So I think that this is some sort of like doctor or dentist, and is very important and named. Also, this thing looks like a twisted version of the Hippocratic Oath like symbol, the two serpents around the thing.
Looks like it has needles.
Yeah, and it's like
syringes.
hypodermic needles, syringes. So I think this is some form of like doctor.
You're right.
Okay, the point does in fact go to Seth for real this time. It's up to the Pain Boss to put an orc back together. Painbosses are known to use whatever they have on hand, whether it be bionics, stitching, or just some staples they had lying around, to reattach whatever might be missing. Orcs are alarmingly resilient, so Painbosses have little need for things like anesthetic or disinfectant. That said, just because they don't need those things doesn't make the experience any less unpleasant for their patients.
Apparently, apparently the orcs aren't my kindred spirits.
I just know the orcs.
Let's see what our winner won today. A lifetime subscription to Green Apron! Green Apron provides wholesome, handcrafted shooters directly to your door every month. Why worry about bashing together your own guns when you can browbeat some goblins into doing it for you? Green Apron, a better way to kill.
I've been looking for this.
I've been waiting for this day. Brady really has. He raves about Green Apron all the time.
I've been looking to appropriate goblins and get weapons at the same time, so I think that this is perfect.